No bars off. Huh. Yeah. MCs take no bars off.
Look, Albany Marina, they done served us 100 subpoenas. I done got my inside arenas like Gilbert Arenas. I remember lobster ravioli up at Serafina. I was in a dream hotel before I was in a loop like a carabiner. Yeah. And shout to all the sweet things from Wilhelmina who tell me at the white party, Drake, I love the album, man. Well, I mean, you're kinda genius. And like Dip said, they really mean it. Yeah, I need compliments cause lately it's just falling outs and disagreements. Industry is really evil. And I face the way they paint me, but it hurts just like the Philly Eagles. LA love the sound, I could play a show for 1 million people. Don't be surprised, you see the whole YM and CA just like the Village People. These measuring they size in millimeters. I rack up a tab in Chanel, cause I do buy everything like I'm Middle Eastern. But I realize it's gotta get a little deeper. Other than me talking about the way I'm flipping dough like Little Caesars. I'm trying to catch one of you boys stargazing in the field like little leaguers. Yeah, and ain't no passes for you crip walking. All of that diss talking, kiddo beat it. I'm supposed to be my brother's keeper, so don't make us hit another buzzer beater. And don't be suddenly eager to hit me up and have no discussions either. Now you gotta plan a meeting with me just like the Russian leader and shake my hand in front of other people. Yeah, the chatter. Since 2009 as I climb the ladder, they envy me like Nevada, but it never mattered. My run the phone soon as you check into prison. You run and talk the whole for a second opinion. Me, I stood 10 T's and accepted the mission. Cause I much rather death than submission. How can you press the ignition and let some memories of the past affect your decision? I love you cause of the history, but if we being real, I can never forget you. And you never called me back, but destiny's written. For real. A big three anyway, there was too many chefs in the kitchen. It was a mess to begin with. Yeah.
I gotta stop. Hold on. It's a lot. There's a lot going on.
we could have stopped 2 bars in.
I know. Oh man.
Oh, you know what? You're right. No, you're right. You're right, man. When you're right, you're right. Let me put my specs on. Let's get educated here.
Welcome to the special edition of No Bars Off. Shout out to Boardwalk Brown.
Yes, sir.
JT graduating today. We had to get it in. Coney Island's in the building still.
Big CI had to show up.
Man, so you got on the horn.
Yeah.
Are you still the young veteran? I remember that name. Are you still the young veteran?
I can't be. So many birthdays have passed. I'm just the veteran at this point. But still wise beyond my years, I suppose.
Yes. My brother Torae in the building. Thank you so much for being here. We go way back. This is a beautiful thing. You called me old school on a rotary phone.
like I had to wait for the number to go back around. Like
yo, what's happening out here?
Yeah.
What's going on with this guy Aubrey? Yeah, man, I didn't have a lot of answers for you at the time. I was up to track 6. Mm-hmm. Make Them Cry blew my mind a little bit because I was still listening to the chatter and people saying the 1 a.m. in Albany, which turned into Make Them Remember, was not enough, and he still lost, and then Rick Ross talking crazy. There's a lot of talk.
There's so many conversations being had right now.
Yeah.
This is the conversation that matters. And just to catch the viewers and the audience up, man, yeah. When I hit Shot, I was like, we from an era where songs would stop us in our tracks and we would look around to make sure that the people were hearing what we were hearing. And if they weren't physically in our presence, you would get on the phone or you would go to their crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when Deep Cover dropped, like Ski and Peter came to my house to play me this song. Yo, I don't know if you heard this yet. You got to hear this. We've got to bring this to you. So listening to Iceman, I didn't jump out of the window with a immediate analysis of the project. I just kind of went song for song and listened. But this one stopped me in my tracks. I couldn't get past it. And that's another feeling that you don't feel, or I'll say I don't feel often, is why I'm listening to an album and I get stuck on a song and I got to go back and I got to go back and I got to go back before I can proceed. Like I got to hear this a couple more times. So just to shorten the story, this one right here, I had to call my brother. I said, "Listen, I don't ask you for much, but I beg of you, please put some ears on this and just tell me if I'm bugging, because I think this shit is phenomenally written. And if it's gonna be a no bars off conversation to be had, I would like to be involved."
No, and that's the thing, man. Like I said, I felt that way when I heard the first track, which we might talk about as well. But and then you put me on, so I listened to this and I was like, "Am I bugging?" Like I know,
we bugging?
Dudes be nice, right?
Right.
Dudes are nice with writing, ill entendres and all of that. But it's something about the space he's in, the delivery, the way he's saying it. I'm not gonna call it like you crawled out of a grave. I don't believe he was dead, because this man has a lot of money, man. He's in a real good space in life.
Not just financially too. Like, we got to remember that Drake is a global artist, right? And for, as you know, the elephant in the room, for as detrimental as Not Like Us was, there's still a whole huge portion of the population who don't give a damn about that song, battle, accusations, et cetera, right? He can still, we saw it. He was still in arenas. He was still doing his 1-2. He still had records going. In the hip hop community and conversation, definitely some chinks in the armor. But overall, Drake was never gone or dead or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? No. There was an asterisk. There was a blemish for sure. But in the grand scheme of things, he was very much fine. So to your point, it wasn't crawling out the grave. But I love addressing shit. You know what I mean?
Don't you?
I love addressing shit. Like,
don't you?
Don't bring me no salad without addressing. You know what I mean? Like, I love addressing shit. So to hear him and the temperament in which he's delivering, and just the inflection and the conversational tone, all of the things that he's done in the past when he gets into these kind of introspective lyrical joints. But this one, for me, it just feels a little more poignant. It's like, he really I feel like he's sitting in the room talking to me.
That's what it felt like. I mean, a couple of these, all of the make thems felt that way. But I'm gonna get into some of these words.
Yeah, so let's get into some of these words.
I don't know if you have them in front of you, but he sets it off with the Albany Marina. They done served us 100 subpoenas. I got
just
my shit
that in itself. Just a very calm flex.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, why they serving you subpoena? Because you're probably coming by in a yacht and your music is loud, or the yacht is too big. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or the women are scantily clad in the children area. Like, just off the strength of that, like the marina, they served us 100 subpoenas just because we're ostentatious with this shit. Very, very subtle. It's a very subtle but very, very important line to set the flex off.
Yes. And then he said, "I got my shit inside arenas like Gilbert Arenas." And I love that line because I'm a big fan of Gilbert Arenas show, Gil's Arena.
Word up.
Now he's, has the Gil's Arena like every day, which is
right.
Which is pretty dope.
Which makes that a double for me.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're a hoop fan, or if you know what, Gilbert Arenas infamously, bringing weaponry into basketball arenas and through situations or whatever. So I think got my shit inside arenas like Gilbert Arenas is like, I get the hammer in there, but also with Gil's Arena now, it's like get his shit off in there too. So you know what I mean? Like,
it's a triple because Gilbert played in arenas, like played basketball. Like that's
right, and played in arenas, right?
Yeah. But the fact they say I got my shit inside arenas like Gilbert Arenas, that's so subtle, man.
Yeah. It's like, cool out. Don't start like this.
Damn. Man, I remember lobster ravioli up at Serafina. I was in a dream hotel before I was in a loop like a carabiner.
Mm-hmm.
And shout to all the sweet things from Wilhelmina.
Wait. I don't want to move too fast.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I know.
So just give me that line again, right at the Serafina.
I remember lobster ravioli up at Serafina.
Delicious, by the way. Delicious.
Yeah.
Come, you're in New York City. I don't know where else they have them, but try the Serafina. Delicious.
Serafina is a really, really beautiful spot.
Yeah, I love it. There's a few of them in the city. Outdoor dining. I'm into it. But the line that follows that is
I was in a dream hotel before I was in the loop like a carabiner.
so I was staying at the Dream Hotel before I was even in the loop. You know what I'm saying? Like before I was even moving the way I'm moving now, I was already at least at the Dream Hotel.
Yeah.
So I was in the loop, like figuratively in the loop, but also the loop. So for those who don't know, that's like the super loop joint that you attach things with, or some people have like mini versions on their keys or whatever, but you see those to be attached. There's a loop there. So basically just like being in the loop and being in the loop.
And he's the same guy that said he never saw the inside of a Marriott or a Westin.
He did say that. He said he don't stay at the Continental anymore too. I don't like that. This is a nice hotel.
Goodness gracious. And then he goes into the Wilhelmina, who tell me at the white party, Drake, I love the album. Well, I mean, you're kind of genius. Yeah. Wilhelmina models, the casting agency, all of that. Is Wilhelmina your agent? Is that?
Let's move on.
I'm just okay. And like Dip said, they really mean it. I really mean it.
Right.
I need compliments because lately it's just falling out and disagreements. And this is like real talk, right? This
is where he starts going to another place. Like
what's going on in his life.
Because I think that, the models and, when you're in those parties and in those environments, it's very complimentary, right? Oh my God, I love you. You're so great. I love your album. Da, 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 da. A lot of times you see that shit as superficial because it's fluff, because that's just what a moment is in those environments.
Yeah.
But for him to follow that with, I need the compliments, you know what I'm saying? Like, it might be bullshit, but it's going to do something for my ego. I need those because lately it's just been fallouts and disagreements. Well, we already know publicly what that is. So now my eyebrow gets raised because it goes from the Drake shit talking into, well, there has been. Are you gonna speak on it? And so now I think he ups the ante from here on out.
I really love that, and I'm glad you highlighted it because it's not, you don't really brush over it, but it sets up where we're going.
Right. It's that conduit to get to this next space of where we're going with this verse.
But I love that honesty. I need compliments lately. And then he says, "I face the way they paint me, but it hurts just like the Philly Eagles."
You want to take this one? Wait, before you even say anything, no, go ahead, do that. I'll say that. I'll come back to that thought later.
So, what's so dope about that is the preceding line. The fact that, in these parties, the models say anything. You admit that the compliments at this point in my life, I will take them. I need them because I'm dealing with a lot, disagreements, backlash, and I'm facing the way that they're painting me. Face paint, facing it, how they're painting, whatever, how they want to paint you as a pedophile. Jalen Hurts actually wears the paint under his eyes, the face paint on his face, and it hurts, just like the Philly Eagles, who lost.
He's starting to bug out, by the way. Like, man, just again, the playing with words, the imagery is very important in these kind of scenarios because it's like to say something and automatically someone sees it and gets a visual confirmation to it. And again, it just being like a cool double. You know what I'm saying?
Cool
I face
double.
the way that
Chill
they paint
double.
me. You painting a picture of me. I have to face it, but it hurts. Like the Philly Eagle hurts face paint. Like, you're bugging out because you addressing something and you giving us a real feeling about how it makes you feel, but still in a very slick way. Like there was a million other ways to say that line.
Ways.
Without it being witty. You could have just delivered it straight, but to deliver it still hit the point, but also still be witty and be imagery. Like, come on, bro, you're bugging out.
It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. LA love the sound. I could play a show for 1 million people. Don't be surprised. You see the whole YMNCA, just like the Village people.
And what better way to follow that line than with that line? Because now we continue in this narrative of I'm facing the way that you're painting me and it hurts. But don't get it confused. Like, I'm still good at LA. Like, you know, I might have had an issue with my nemesis, if you will, from
In LA,
LA,
yeah.
and the pop out happening, and definitely got the coast on his side. But this Drake thing is not, it's not going to be derailed by that. I could still do a show in LA for 1 million people. You might see the whole YM in CA, like the village people. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
I want to point out the consistent rhyme scheme. And I want to say I don't say I learned this from Drake, but I noticed years ago, one element that I needed to step my game up was rhyming more than 2 bars. So I love the fact that he does the really evil Philly Eagles. And even though it was a little bit epistrophe by using people twice, I still like the 1 million people, village people, and the whole YM, Young Money, NCA, putting the YMCA in California, like the village people saying YMCA. Y'all know that. I don't have to break all that down. But that's a dope. It's really good.
It's really good. And sometimes that's all you can say. It's really good.
Yeah. These Huggins measuring their dick size in millimeters. I never liked saying the word dick out loud, but here it is.
Me either.
But I rack up a tab in Chanel because I do buy everything like a Middle Eastern.
So he's still in this scheme. We're still in this pattern, by the way.
Still in the scheme. Yeah.
I rack up a tab in Chanel because I do buy like a Middle Eastern. So Iraq, Dubai, Middle East. Iraq, Dubai, Middle Eastern. So right there, right? It's cute. It's like, okay, I got it. Caught it. I think what's impressive for me is the next lines.
Yeah, and I want to say the millimeter might be a metric system thing, but you know, y'all forgive me. I got some shoulder, neck, back pain going on until I get my shot. I'm gonna be stretching it out.
So in this whole piece right here, obviously a lot of people were out, you know, between the pop out and the Not Like Us video. You know, he saw a lot of people that he may have thought were allies, friends, associates, exactly. So you get to the Don't Make Us Hit Another buzzer beater. You know, you go back to that game-winning shot, right? Was that the Kawhi Game 7?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, you know, Don't Make Us Hit Another buzzer beater that we win. But I wasn't sure, was he talking about DeMar in this particular point right here?
I think it was because they were all kind of crip walking and dancing at the joint. You know, I'm sure, I don't know what dance Braun was doing at the events, but he's getting all kinds of strays. But this sounds like a more DeMar DeRozan type joint. I'm supposed to be my brother's keeper.
Yeah.
And don't be suddenly eager to hit me up and have no discussions either. I feel like dudes reached out too.
But he talked about, like, you know, people hitting them in private. You know what I'm saying? Or people reaching out to the team in private and things like that. So, you know, because once all the hype dies down and the smoke starts to clear, you know, you remember he's still a boy. You know what I'm saying? You might want to keep that relationship intact. Just maybe.
It's no reason to burn the bridge. You know what I'm saying?
Burn the bridge.
But now you got to plan a meeting with me, just like the Russian leader, and shake my fucking hand in front of other people.
Yeah.
Son, that is very visual, dog.
All I see is the presidential room with the 2 couches and the plan meeting and the shaking hands with people that you know you don't really rock with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man,
you've got to do it in front of other people, though. Like other people. Yeah, don't hit me on the side. Don't hit me in the DM. Don't shoot me no text. No, I need the apology to be as loud as the disrespect.
Yeah. Fuck the chatter. Since 2009, as I climb the ladder, they envy me like Nevada, but it never mattered.
Slick, right there. It's in your face. I like how he's going back to state abbreviations. We got the CA earlier, right? Now they envy me like Nevada. You know, if you know, envy the letters, but envy. It's simple, but you might miss it if you just listening. Like, you got to pay attention.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but it takes a certain type of MC to pull those things off. I feel like if you're one of those, I don't want to say bar heavy, like we would if Roy spit that, if Saha spit that, it might come off a little corny.
Right.
I think Drake is in the space where his mainstream ability allows him to bounce into the heavy bar bag and then give you one of these and it's accepted. I don't know. That's weird, but
yeah, no, you 10,000% right. You 10,000% right. I don't know if we got to it already. There's only one line on here that I was like, I really don't like that.
Okay.
But I don't know if we got to it already, but we'll talk about it. If not, we'll go back. But yeah, that one is one of those where it's like, it's just right there, but it's still
right there.
slick and it's still cute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Niggas run a phone as soon as you check in the prison. Y'all niggas run and talk the whole for a second opinion. That's interesting.
That's a big deal, bro. Like being able to have phone time off the rip. You know, that says so much without saying too much.
It does.
It's a caliber, it's a level of respect, it's a level of order. So if y'all run the phones as soon as you're in the prison, that's just a level of clout. That's just a level of respect. That's just, you know, all the things that come along with that. Because having the phones in check is having a big dominated space in that prison system that, you know, it takes a level to get to.
How many of these guys are running the whole for a second opinion? You know, that's a lot of people.
I mean, people brag. They brag so much about, I checked in with Hov to just kind of get his, you know, Duke like, oh yeah, that's what y'all do. That's what y'all do.
Really funny.
That's really funny.
Me, I stood 10 T's and accepted the mission because I much rather death than submission. How can you press the ignition unless the memories of the past affect your decision?
Wait a minute now. Hold on.
I like that.
Come on, man.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because of the use of press the ignition, first of all, you went from checking the prison, second opinion, accepted the mission, death in prison, death then submission. Now you pressing the ignition, and then you letting some memories of the past affect your decision.
All right, you want to stop now? We can.
I'm just saying, like,
what do I press to exit, bro? What do I press on the screen to leave? Stop playing with him, bro. Now is a good time for me to get to that part that I wanted to say earlier.
Yeah.
You are a fan of hip hop music. You love it. You breathe it. You know what I'm saying? You're a part of this culture. You listen to all your favorites. You've been doing this for decades. If you want to sit here in my face and tell me that man don't get busy, you're bugging. You're out of your mind, bro.
I got nothing.
You're out of your mind. The thing that irks me a lot is when people try to discredit or say Drake don't get busy, he don't rap or everything. Well, who wrote it? Shut your ass up, man. Like, go sit down somewhere.
I hate that.
Go sit down somewhere. Because you can't be a fan of this thing. You can't be a fan of this culture. You can't be a fan of lyricism and wit and detail and bars and structure and lines. And yo, bro hits he checks every box. And there's moments like this, like these really, really elevated moments that just reaffirm that people that don't fuck with him, you just don't fuck with him, and that's fine. But don't say all this other shit to try to base facts around your opinion. You can't say you love this shit and then point to the artist that you fuck with and love and think are really, really dope, and then say Duke don't got it. You're bugging. Duke gets busy.
You could say you don't like the other song. You know, you could say you don't like the singing, whatever you could say. But this shit right here?
This shit right here? This is top notch, B. This is wizardry.
I love you because of the history, but if we being real, I could never forgive you. And you never call me back, but destiny's written for real.
I don't know if are you at liberty to speak on this? I know you've got relationships.
No, go ahead. You talk on that one.
I know you talk about that.
Talk on that one.
Listen, I got friends over there too, but I mean, obviously, I think that in this moment, you know, he is expressing his disdain with the way things went. You know, with J. Cole. You know, like for you to jump out the window, it had to be something else there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm getting from that. And you never call me back. Like what you never call me back hurts the most, because obviously we had conversations, we made songs, we shot a video, we talked about these things, and then it didn't go the way that we thought it would go. Not only did you abandon me in the situation, you went at me. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that really heard him, and Drake is the guy who's always said, you know what I'm saying, like, yo, it's really just me and my brothers. It's really just me and my guys that I came in here with, and all of this other shit. At some point, you know, your idols become your rivals. You know, you have these falling outs with these people, you know what I'm saying, or these situations that you never thought you would be in with certain people. But I think this reinforces those early laments because we sat at the table and did this thing together. You know what I'm saying? So for you to not hit me back and for you to jump out the window and like there was some underlying, there was something else there, you know, and you my brother, I'm gonna love you forever because of the history, but I could never forgive you.
Yeah. That's a tough one, man, because when Cole went on the interviews and kind of talked on the podcast, everybody, you can't really discredit and not understand what he's feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Like everybody kind of empathize. Like, all right, dude is in a different space.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about Drake's side and their relationship, which is the only part that we kind of missing, we don't really know how deep it is. Like he kind of represented, yo, we cool, but it was a lot of buts. Right. And I feel like him and Kendrick had a different relationship.
Right.
Or maybe it's just a different respect. I don't know, man. It's weird. I just know when you're in that place of peace, and you know how it is at this age, and he's not our age totally, but you know, once you cross that 40 mark, you want peace, man. Yeah. You know?
For sure.
But Drake is a different individual.
We saw, I think hindsight in retrospect is 2020, right? And so we saw how far it went and how bad it got. And
It got
bad, right? And so you could look to that and be like, yo, he made the right decision.
Yeah.
And maybe for him, he did. But that doesn't negate everybody else's feelings in the situation.
No.
If you my man and we have an agreement, understanding, there's been countless, you know, you go back to when Cole first album dropped and you see him and Drake at Best Buy and Drake is buying all the CDs and, you know, I got my first rollie from Drake. He bought me that. And you know what I'm saying? Like all of these different things.
Yeah.
I think their career paths took two different routes because they're both huge stars. J. Cole took a different route than Drake. But I think that those early like bomb building moments for them to both do the thing that they did, go their separate ways, but maintain their relationship and still both get to that level is like really, really dope because they kind of both did it their own way. But obviously Drake felt or feels like he was betrayed in that moment by somebody that he's had a special bond with. Because when you get to the top of the food chain and you look around to have one of your brothers with you that you started with or had those early in the trenches moments with, for y'all to both get there is really dope. And I feel like those moments feel more special because it's like you got somebody that understands what you've been through and where you at now. Because a lot of people don't understand that level of fame and success and all of that. So, you know, again, man, for us to try to do this big 3 thing and then you back out on me, pause, and leave me, and then don't even like call me back.
Yeah, you got to call. You got to talk. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah.
You got to call. You got to talk. Fuck a big 3 anyway. There was too many chefs in the kitchen. It was a mess to begin with.
I love those back-to-back stanzas, you know, rhyme scheme moments. It's like those are my favorite. He does that a lot. You know, I was actually surprised he didn't keep doing it in that particular moment. Like he let it breathe. But it was a mess to begin with. Too many chefs in the kitchen.
And now they got a new GOAT, and we got to test the position. 100 million streams vanished. No one got questions for things?
Yo, I know we having a serious moment. You got to forgive me for laughing, but that is comical, bro.
Nah, it's funny.
That's funny, bro, because initially, right, again, I'm listening to this first time, second time, and I'm trying to pick up the piece. I'm trying to put the piece together. Who is the new GOAT? Like, I don't even know in that very first moment, who is he referring to? Is it somebody else? Is it somebody outside of this? You know, obviously he's coming off the big 3, but I don't know if there's like somebody else he's even thinking of until he follows it up with these substantiating, you know, other lines. Like 100 billion streams disappear. I guess a magician, first of all. That's crazy.
That's
crazy. 100 million streams disappear. You know what I mean? And no one got questioned for niggas. So again, for those who maybe don't understand or follow to get it, obviously with all the controversy behind Not Like Us, and at some point, I believe it was the Spotify platform where it was bought. So a lot of these streams were fabricated. 100 million streams disappeared, right, from that count, and no one got questioned for niggas.
Damn, who is this guy for real? I guess a magician. 100 million streams vanished, no one got questions for. Well, maybe I'm best as the villain, cause I got real numbers on who said they got billions. I got all the chains that they ever repped in Virginia. I got prized possessions, I get possessive on. I impress in everything, I'll get impressive on. I got problems with people who I would've never dreamed, and that's dragging people in who don't wanna get in between. Dog, I was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross had ever streamed. And Cali, you know what I mean. The beef was fully live, you went halal and got on your dean. And your people are still waiting for a free.
What?
Wait, single the plane.
Hold up.
It got so serious so fast, bro. It got so serious rapidly. This thing
why we going back to Virginia, man? Stay out of Virginia, man. I don't even hear no more. Any more Virginia references.
So we talked earlier about your personal relationships and friendships, right? Initially, I'm just loving the joint. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy. I want to post it on my Instagram notes where you could play a song, right?
Okay.
And so I posted it, and then instantly my mom was like, "Oh wait, but he took shots at Virginia, right?" And obviously, again, if you know the history, and if you're a part of this thing and you're watching this, and I'm assuming that you're a part of this thing of ours, he's got all of the Pharrell chains and all of that, right? So I'm like, okay, that's a shot at Pharrell, which is a shot at Pusha, which is my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like over the years, Pusha and I have, built a rapport with one another. I wouldn't say we friends, nothing like that, but mutual respect.
Push.
Dope dude. I remember A3C 6 million years ago. I walk into the spot with Shot Stimuli. The clips are performing, and Push, like, I think they might have finished the song. Yep. And before they went to the next one, he took a moment to shout you out from stage in the middle of their set. And I looked over at my man. I said, "Oh, nah, you really."
Nah, I was like, wait,
you're really what? Like that. You know what I'm saying? So, Push out. We speak. I pop out to shows and all that. So my relationship with him, I didn't want it to be affected by posting that. But then I'm like, I'm also allowed to be a fan of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not picking sides.
Push can hold his own.
I'm a fan of this art form. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of this competitive sport. And so I left the song up, but my mind for a split second was like, "Oh, take that down." You know what I'm saying? The only time I've ever been, let's not even get into it. But
okay,
there's been times I've been more cautious in certain things, but like, this is music. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is music. This is not a personal thing. It's not a street thing. This is music, and so like, I'm allowed to be a fan of music and also, a part of this culture that speaks on the music. So,
Absolutely.
I posted the joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I posted many of Pharrell and Pusha songs and clip songs, et cetera, et cetera. But I digress.
It was a light jab. I just didn't feel like it's been a while since you've had these conversations.
He might have just looked over and saw one of the chains. He might have saw the Gucci link.
Right? It felt that way.
It was like, oh shit, I got this too.
Like, damn. He said, I got prized possessions. I get possession on it. It's like, what?
Yeah, like, that's the part that, like, that and that whole pressing joint was crazy to me.
I'm pressing everything. Like, that's just, like, that, it looked like he just saw the chain and was just like, you know what?
Yeah, this too.
You too.
This too. Get in.
I got problems with people who I would have never dreamed. And that's dragging people in who don't want to get in between.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like, I just heard Ross, like, I don't know if you saw Rory and Mal commenting on Ross' situation, just calling it real weird that he jumped in the battle. And Ross commented back, talked about them, gave them light, which is weird that people shout out bloggers and diss them and think that that's a bad thing.
Right.
Podcasters on, but yeah, it's really weird. But yeah, man, I was Aiden Ross with streams before Aiden Ross had ever streamed. What?
Everybody got to cool out at this point, bro.
Yo.
Everyone has got to simmer down, because that shit is just, man, like that level of thinking, bro. It ain't easy. You know what I mean? It ain't for everybody. It's simple, but it's not.
But
you know, Biggie was the king of saying like the most simple shit and finding a way to say it in a way that you never heard before.
It's words and it's phrases that the everyday phrases.
Yeah.
Cause he set us up.
So I felt set up.
You set us up by saying, I got problems with people who I would have never dreamed. And you're like, oh, okay, who are the people? But never dreamed. You use the never dreamed to get us to the ever stream. Mm-hmm. That's dragging people in. So now I'm bringing Khaled, because you come in here.
Yeah, you're here.
The people that don't want to get in between, like you.
Mm-hmm.
And just said, dog, I was Aiden Ross's streams before Aiden Ross had ever streamed.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Crazy. I love that.
And Khaled, you know what I mean. So you abandoned the rhyme scheme somewhat. You kept the last word, but you just went straight conversational. Like, Khaled, you know what I mean. Come on, man. Stop playing.
Right.
Oh, my God.
The beef is fully live. You went halal and got on your ding. And your people are still waiting for free Palestine. But apparently, everything isn't black and white and red and green. Okay. At this point, he left Earth. So I've got to leave the conversation. Because that right there is a different level of thinking, bro. Come on, bro. Like, what? Shall I break that down for these people, please?
Damn, your people are still waiting.
They still waiting. That's all his comments. His comments be flooded with that. You're not gonna say nothing? You're gonna post another watch? You're gonna post a feast of food and your people are being slaughtered? You're gonna post all of this gluttony? My boy said, but everything ain't black and white. You know, certain things it's not as black and white. You know, normally when you say that, you talk about the gray area that's in the middle. Things are not just black and white. There's a middle ground that exists that you can't just say it's this way or that way, right? Because there are all these different variables in the middle, right? So for him to say, but everything is in black and white, maybe you've got your reasons. And red and green, the colors of the flag. No, now you're bugging, bro.
It's crazy.
Now you're out of your mind. This is different.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm not overreacting. I swear I'm not. Right? Because I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm not overreacting. No way.
I'm not because
yo, bro, I'm in tears. Like, stop.
No, because it's an everyday phrase. Like, you're not posting the free, like they waiting for it. You're not posting. Okay, so everything is not always black and white. Maybe there's some gray area. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna say black, white, red, and green. Mm-hmm. And if you want to talk about blood and money in there, you can. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But the colors of the flag.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, nah, that's bugged out. That's bugged out. Like, that's bugged out.
And you could have stopped there. But
you could have stopped there. No, this is where he took it to another place.
I'm seeing everyone's true colors for real. Just in case you guys didn't get that part.
And I'm sensing a theme.
And goes back to the rhyme scheme now. Back to the ever stream, ever dream. Red and green. I'm sensing a theme.
Oh,
call him whack if you want.
No, go ahead.
If you want to do that, do it.
Go ahead and discredit your credibility. Because I'm not listening to nothing you got to say after that.
Real spitters take no bars off. Huh. Yeah. MCs take no bars off.